What's up everyone, Matthias Vega here, and today I'm gonna show you how I mount my Insta360 X5 which just launched. One of my favorite mounts for the thickness of the shots is for sure the pole. All you need is your Insta360 and the selfie pole. There is different options in length and material. A lot of the times I use the carbon pole because it's light and very stiff, but the aluminum pole is also sometimes a good option because it's a bit longer. And then I just extend it. I usually put it back a little bit then in every part to make it even more stable. And then I either put away one stick to have the full flexibility, to have it in front of me, to have it inside, and to also have it in the back, and to do transitions like this. But if you don't want to think about it that much, and if you want to ski with two poles, a lot of the times I use the pole mount. And that is a great option to sort of almost forget about your camera and just enjoy the skiing. One option I really like a lot is just to use a ski strap and put the Insta360 selfie pole into your jacket like this, as far as it goes. And then I have it like this here, and I put the ski strap here really strong to have the camera fixed on my hand. In this scenario I can also use my pole. This is really a mount which I use a lot, which I used a lot in Japan in the deep powder, and it didn't bother me almost at all, and that for me is a big point always when skiing, so I still want to enjoy the skiing as much as I can. So let's keep on moving with the backpack mount. The backpack mount obviously really depends on the backpack you have. In my case I use different mounting systems, but all of them have one thing in common, and that is that the pole is sitting on the backpack in a really good and firm position so that it doesn't shake. On this backpack I just go here, I open this one and I make one loop. I start from the bottom like this and then make one loop around and in. And now this is really fixed a lot, and then I do the same thing up here. Here I just go around the pole like this once and back to the clip. And what I want to make sure is that it's really fixed well and the backpack is everywhere like strapped together, that this thing is a really solid piece of the backpack. And what I do is I extend it, and I extend it as much as I think it's good. For really steep stuff I like to have it quite long above my head so that you can actually still see the face above my head and down. For couloirs a lot of the times I put it about 40 centimeters higher than the top of my backpack, and this really gives you a super immersive view, sort of like GTA style video. If I go like a little bit in an aggressive downhill position now, like bam, it's really a little bit above my head. It's maybe even still a bit long, could be even shorter, and then it's like really immersive and you feel really like a third person is following you really close. One of my favorite mounts because it's almost not bothering me at all. And obviously the mount I use the most, and which is not bothering me at all because I'm used to it since many years, is the POV mount. I barely never go out skiing without a POV. I use the Insta360 connector for the helmet mount, and I screw the Insta360 on it. Pretty much always have it screwed on anyway. And then it doesn't really matter if the screen is in front or this is in front. Maybe if you have one lens scratched on your Insta360, you use the lens that's not scratched in front. And then all I do is I put my goggles down and I open up the slider and zack, slide it in and fix it, and that's it. Then I press record with quick capture. Here a lot of the times I use 8K 30 frames because I don't need the slow-mo. Again, in very rare cases where I drop a big cliff or something, but otherwise 30 frames is sick, or even 25 frames to have a bigger motion blur and to make it a bit more cinematic. Obviously put the lens cap off, but before I put the lens cap off, I actually check the position of the camera, and I want to have the lenses in front of my helmet, to have the helmet out of the framing, and that in my opinion makes it even more immersive. So what I do is I put the palm of my hand on the top of my helmet and I touch the lens cap, so you don't make the lens dirty with your fingers, and I sort of try to like have this angle from my palm to my fingers which are touching the lens. So if I really want to reframe down to see my legs and also the face, my helmet and my goggles are on the side. And yeah, that's how I film, and that's how I do it. I hope you guys could take away something of it, and I hope you're having a great season and an even better season next year. See ya. Allez!